Hello everyone, welcome back to Airlines Quest. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a recent regulatory filing from Alaska Airlines that reveals some important details about their compensation from Boeing following a major incident with one of their 737 MAX 9 aircraft. Back in January of this year, Alaska Airlines experienced a sudden blowout of a door plug on one of their 737 MAX 9 planes. This incident led to the grounding of the MAX 9 aircraft by the FAA, and caused significant disruption and lost profits for Alaska Airlines. Well, in a new regulatory filing on Thursday, Alaska Airlines disclosed that they have received an initial $160 million payment from Boeing as compensation for the lost profits and other costs associated with this incident. But that's not all. The filing also reveals that Alaska expects to receive even more compensation from Boeing in the future, though the exact terms of those future payouts have not yet been disclosed. So in this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the details of this situation, discuss the impact it's had on Alaska Airlines financials, and explore what this all means going forward. We'll also take a look at how this incident fits into the broader context of the challenges Boeing has faced with the 737 MAX program. Let's start by recapping what happened back in January. On January 13th, 2024, Alaska Airlines was operating a 737 MAX 9 flight from Seattle to Las Vegas when a door plug on the aircraft suddenly blew out during the flight. This resulted in the cabin rapidly depressurizing, forcing the pilots to make an emergency landing in Reno, Nevada. Thankfully, there were no serious injuries to any of the 175 passengers and 6 crew members on board. But the incident was still a major safety concern, and it led the FAA to ground the 737 MAX 9 aircraft for nearly a month while they investigated the cause. Alaska Airlines and United Airlines were the only 2 U.S. carriers operating the MAX 9 at the time, and both were forced to cancel thousands of flights during the grounding period. Alaska's CEO, Ben Minicucci, estimated that the grounding would cost the airline around $150 million in the first quarter. And that brings us to this week's regulatory filing from Alaska Airlines. In the filing, the company revealed that they have received an initial $160 million payment from Boeing as compensation for the lost profits and other costs associated with the incident. According to the filing, this $160 million is just the initial payment, and Alaska Airlines expects to receive additional compensation from Boeing in the future, though the exact terms of those future payouts have not been disclosed. The filing also states that Alaska lost some bookings during the first quarter due to the grounding of the MAX 9. And without the incident and grounding, the airline says its first quarter pre-tax profit would have improved by 80% compared to the same period last year. As a result of the incident, Alaska is now expecting a first quarter adjusted loss of $15 to $0.05 per share, which is a greater loss than the $55 to $45 per share that was previously forecast. However, the Boeing compensation will be excluded from this forecast. Alaska's CEO, Ben Minicucci, has been quite vocal in his criticism of Boeing following this incident. In an interview with NBC News back in January, Minicucci said he was angry with the plane maker and that the airline would be holding Boeing's feet to the fire to ensure they get good airplanes going forward. Minicucci was also reportedly part of a group of airline executives that lobbied for a leadership change at Boeing. This comes as the company's current CEO, Dave Calhoun, is set to step down from the role at the end of this year. Alaska's chief financial officer, Shane Tackett, also commented on the incident back in January, saying that the airline expected to be fully compensated for the first quarter losses. And it seems that with this $160 million initial payment, Alaska is on its way to recouping those costs. Of course, this incident with Alaska Airlines' 737 MAX 9 is just the latest in a long line of challenges that Boeing has faced with the 737 MAX program. The program was grounded worldwide for nearly 2 years following a pair of fatal crashes in 2018 and 2019 that killed a total of 346 people. Since then, Boeing has worked to address the technical issues that led to those crashes, and the 737 MAX has slowly been returning to service around the world. But the program has continued to be plagued by setbacks and unexpected problems, like the door plug blowout on Alaska's aircraft. In response to this latest incident, the FAA has halted the production expansion of the 737 MAX, and Boeing has said they will be working to strengthen their quality control processes. There's no doubt that the 737 MAX saga has been a major headache for Boeing, and it's likely to continue casting a shadow over the company for some time to come. Now, let's take a quick look at how the broader airline sector has been performing so far this year. As you can see on the screen, the ST200 Airline Sector Index, which tracks the performance of publicly traded airlines around the world, is up about 8% year to date. This is largely thanks to the continued recovery in air travel demand following the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the sector has faced its fair share of headwinds, including high fuel prices, labor shortages, and now disruptions like the one we've seen with the 737 MAX 9. It will be interesting to see how the airlines navigate these challenges going forward, and whether they can maintain their momentum in the face of these headwinds. But for now, the overall sector appears to be trending in a positive direction. Overall, this situation highlights the ongoing challenges that Boeing and the airlines continue to face with the 737 MAX program. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, and it will be important to monitor how it plays out in the months and years ahead. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.